Welcome to the 2025 MEAC Basketball Tournament post-game press conference. With us now are the Lady Spartans of Norfolk State University. Joining us is head coach Larry Vickers and players Diamond Johnson and Kiera Wheeler. We will begin with opening remarks from Coach Vickers, followed by questions from the media. Coach.
Good afternoon, everyone. First we want to, give a little shout out to that Coppin State team. I think they won 18 games this year, which isn't easy to do. Beat the Arizona State team, GW. We got a lot of great home wins, and the last 10 games they haven't had their point guard, but she came back for the tournament, and I felt like they looked a lot better. When it came to us, defensively we were tremendous today. I'm not going to tell you what we were doing, but everything that we were supposed to do, we did. Out of the 100 possessions, 90 of them defensively were almost perfect. We gave up a few offensive rebounds that we wouldn't have, that we didn't want to, but boy, we were good. We were good. We were talking, and our seniors, you could tell that they really didn't want to lose today, and they played with a different level of intensity and talk. Yesterday we talked about Donasia Williams being our unsung hero. Today, Nia Fields was Nia Fields again, 6 assists, no turnovers. I don't think any ball got deflected. She just kind of ran the show, got everybody in their right spots. And, these two, Diamond and Mimi, they're both really special, but, Nia always kind of finds them in the right spot, in that right pocket, and that's why both of them are able to shoot over 50%, so much. Mimi had her jump shot clicking a little bit today. Pam, or whatever you say. And Diamond, the same thing. I thought Diamond's done a great job getting paint touches this whole tournament. So, overall, we were pleased. We were pleased when I went to Donasia early. The switching stuff, I felt like it gave them a lot of issues. But overall, very, very pleased with the way we played today.
Is this about as close to a complete game, this for all three, that you all have done up until this point, or you have to scratch that part yet?
Well, we've had some really, really special games, at Missouri, super special. The road ones are always a little bit more tougher, even though this is a neutral site. We've had some special games this year, but as far as defensively, one half, that was our best defensive effort all year.
Yeah, I'll say the same. Last game wasn't our best game defensively. We gave up 20 points in the first quarter. I think this one we gave up 7, and then at halftime, I think they had 22 points. So we just watched film, and we knew we couldn't start out how we started off yesterday. That's kind of what we did. We adjusted, and we adjusted well. Everybody was rotating. Everybody was flying out, second stunts. Everybody was just playing together. We all was on one accord, so pretty proud of us.
Yeah. Coach, go a little further with what Aaron was just talking about. The full court pressure, the ability to force them from 1 for 20 to 3, and the collapse down the lawns and keep her in check. Talk about how long it takes to put that kind of formula together in a game like this.
Well, the fortunate thing about our league still is we still see everybody twice. So we made adjustments from game 1 to game 2. We played a lot more men game 2. But we still, Hammond, 2, and 20, Nia Gaston, they both had 6 threes together, 3 apiece. So we knew going into the day that we didn't want them to have any rhythm jump shots, and I felt like the team did a good job not only talking and rotating, but also knowing where the shooters are. Right, so short closes on 21, long closes on them, and I thought we did a good job in scramble situations, recognizing where the shooters were, and that caused the 1 for 20. Maybe 1 or 2 were uncontested. All the rest of them, we had one person run at them, and sometimes 2.
4-shot clock violation. 4-shot clock violation in the first half.
Thank you. Nah, appreciate it. I don't know what else to say, but thanks. 2 years ago, Mimi's first year here, and the year right before Dom got here, we might have led the country in shot clock violations. But, the thing with that was it was kind of slowing down the pace of the game. So we allowed probably less shot clock violations now, but our transition offense has really benefited from it.
Good game to propel you guys into the championship game, obviously.
Yes.
I want to pose the question to all three of you guys. You're on the cusp now of winning 3 in a row. Now that's right in front of you. You can focus on that. What's kind of the excitement level with this chance for you guys, all three of you, to win a 3rd in a row and keep this dynasty going, so to speak?
Honestly, it's really he talks to me a lot about legacy and just like kind of building this dynasty, like you said, and building the culture here. So that's kind of our motivation here. We've done it 2 years in a row, but now it's about building our legacy and just continue to build the winning culture at Norfolk State. And me and my teammates just know how important it is to us to move on to that next level. He brought up us being invited to like the WBIT, but that's not our end goal at all.
Period. Yeah, a 3P is hard. I mean, for any team, any level. And I think this year we really matured and we really locked in. And the beginning of the season, this was one of our main goals. I think we did a great job of, regular season champs, 14-0. But again, we still 0-0 to next game. This our 3rd time seeing whoever team we play. So we got to lock in, honestly. But like Mimi said, the legacy is what's important. Potentially go down as one of the best HBCU teams ever. We on the road to get 30 wins. I mean, it's a lot to be proud of. But tomorrow we just got to lock in, and then after that we can celebrate, and then after that we got to get ready for our next game. So.
Yeah, for sure. I think both of them touched on it really well. I think for me, we haven't lost since Christmas break. So now we're going into 2024. So even like before the game today when I walked in, all across the board, they're smiling. But, when you get to a point to where you win so many games in a row, you start to lack appreciation for these moments. I wrote a group chat that I'm in with my teammates. I'm like, how many semifinals did we make it to? And they were arguing between, is it 1 or 2? And they're just used to playing on Fridays in these tournaments. And they're starting to take that stuff for granted. And that's my job to try and remind them. Sometimes they listen. Sometimes they make me raise my voice to remind them. But, we don't want to take these moments for granted, But winning the amount of games now at this point, we've won in a row. Sometimes we start to relax, and we can't, especially not going into tomorrow.
Being on the cusp of 30 wins, I mean, when you think about that number,
Yeah.
what do you think of when you think about that number?
So after we beat Auburn, I had some former players of mine text me like 30s in play. And I didn't count it. I was like, no way, But really 30 is in play, So for a school, we have amazing players. I mean, I have a lot of players that could play everywhere in the country. But for a program of our quote-unquote level, to get to 30 is super tough. When you look at your South Carolinas and your Texas, who get there every year, your USCs, they buy 7 of those games. We've been on the road, we've been tested. If we could get 1 week back, that would be our week in Puerto Rico. We would probably handle our business better a little bit there. But that beach, that beach got the best of us. Other than that, they've been great for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And now we got to understand that all that's going to culminate in a 1 game tomorrow, a championship game.
Coach, unique stat, anytime the combination gun can outscore a team, talk about how big a sign it is when these teams do it.
Well, I'm not dumb, so I know where to get the ball. And, we have a lot of our plays are for everybody, but they're obviously in the spots to where they're trying to utilize each other. If Diamond sets a back screen for Mimi, do you help? And they made some decisions today where they decided not to help. And then, she got some easy shots. Anytime Mimi is shooting the mid-range like that, she's pretty much impossible to guard. And then that gets her confidence going. And then she keeps pushing back to that 3-point line. And then she shot the last one from NBA range. I don't know if anybody recognized that one.
I did.
So she pushed all the way back. And then it's the same thing, We're going to run sets for Dom, and Coy and Sky, they're going to make sure that they're getting her open. And they're going to set quality ball screens to push her to her right spot. So it's easy. It's easy with these two. But their team, Nia Fields, and our screen setters do a good job of making sure that they're wide open.
When she takes an NBA range three, are you like hands on your head, like what's going on?
Yeah, what's that term? Clenching your pearls. I kind of clenched my chain a little bit, but I could see if it was going up. You could see it in her face. She didn't even look at the reversal. I was like, all right, this one's going up, and she let it go. And I was glad that it went in because she spent a lot of this summer looking to expand her range. We knew this year with our guard play that it's so tough to, triangle into box and one. It's so tough to do that with our amount of guards that can make plays and make decisions, that Mimi was going to see a lot more double teams this year, and she has. So, she added something to the game to kind of, keep her touches the same.
All right, take you right there.
Yeah, she's probably shot about 60 this year, maybe. Maybe not 60, maybe close to like 45, 50. So, it looks good. It looks good. And when she's confident and takes her time, it's defenses have had to adjust.
All right, our next question.
Maybe to just piggyback on that, just you work on the three ball in the all season. Just talk about that. You have added it to your game. Your touch has always been deep, you've been coached, but just in terms of just adding that to your game set.
Just really locking in this summer and then joining Diamond in a lot of her guard workouts. Like usually Coach Fox works me out and we do like a post workout, but this summer I kind of just didn't just stay strictly to what I knew how to do. I kind of expanded my game and just getting a lot of shots up and being confident to step into my spots because I'm dominant inside, so nobody's gonna come out and run me off the line. So it's just really about taking my time and knowing when to take those shots.
How's it helped your overall game?
It helped me a lot. I like being out there with the guards for a little bit, just to show them that I could do it too.
Any remaining questions from the media?
Everybody talk about the effect the Bree has had on the team.
Well, Bree started majority of the year for us, and she has a good understanding of the game, high basketball IQ. We don't have to really bark at her about sets or knowing where to be. Just having sophomores that are going to, one, not only spread the floor, but understand what we're looking to do from an X and O's perspective is key. When y'all see me looking at that little blue card in my pocket, it's about 60 actions, 60 plays up there that they have to know. Probably a little bit more than 60 if we throw in the wrinkles. But, she's one of those people who we can count on to know everything and be in the right spots. And, today, as they went and got paint touches, she was there for their one more, right, for those wide open threes.
I think Bree's role changes every game depending on how she comes out there. Sometimes she's a defensive monster, and sometimes she's 4 for 9 from the three. So, just having that spark off the bench right now is great. Like he said, she was a starter with us, so she's not unfamiliar with playing with that group, with that starting group, or being out there for a majority of the game.
Yeah, kind of what Mimi said. She been a starter the whole season, but now obviously she haven't started the last 2 games, but she did give us energy, points on the board, and then obviously making those passes that me and I usually make. So she's doing a good job of balancing it between the point guard and the shooting guard spot. So credits to Bree.
Thank y'all.
That will conclude our questions from the media. Are there any closing remarks from Coach Vickers and Diamond and Kiara?
Behold.
Welcome to the 2025 MEAC basketball tournament post-game press conference. With us now is Coppin State and head coach Jermaine Woods and players Layla Lawrence and Sayer Worley. We will begin with opening remarks from Coach Woods, followed by questions from the media.
Tough one today, obviously. You never want to go out like that. You just don't want to lose anyway. But I'm not going to dwell on that game because it's over. I'm proud of these young women in the season we've had. We've won 18 games. That's the most wins in Coppin State since 2011. We played half the season again without a true point guard. And I think if we had her, we'd probably be at 22 wins, 23 wins. A lot of firsts
right? Most non-conference wins in Coppin State history. So I want to make sure that I give them credit for what they've had and not what they didn't do tonight. And obviously we'll answer those questions, but my statement is I'm proud of the team, proud of how we fought, and looking forward to the challenge of getting out there recruiting. And Saria be back with me. Obviously Layla will go pro. We got some things lined up for her, and just proud of the energy and the fight that we had all season. And tonight was bad, but that doesn't reflect of the season that we had. Man, we accomplished a lot together. Coppin State is now known, right? Like before we got here, Coppin State was just a win. Now you gotta come out and you gotta play us. So, and that's a tribute to these young women right here. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. Love you both.
We will now begin questions from the media.
Coach, what was the challenge of dealing with Kiera and Diamond today? Was it different from when y'all played them in the regular season?
I mean, they're good basketball players. It's a challenge to deal with any good basketball player. They're good. They're just good. They're good. They do a good job spacing the floor. We try to do some different ball screen coverage, but if you trap ball screen and they make a pocket pass and she's making the shot, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. They're a really good team. They're number 5 in the country for a reason. But they got 5 players on the court that can score at all times, so you got to guard everybody. I don't care who win the championship, but I wish them success, man. And no matter what happens, that team should have a bid to the tournament, no matter what. That should be an automatic qualifier right there. They are good. They execute well. They run their stuff well. They're very well coached. And they play hard the entire time. And they're really good people, too, though. Like, those players are good people. Like, they're just good. I want to whip them, don't get me wrong, but, they should be an automatic qualifier, for sure.
All right, Coach, I know now you can kind of get a chance to reflect like you did, and everybody acknowledges the big wins you had this year, Arizona State being probably the best win you got, which is great. But in terms of your vision you shared about with the CPA program,
Yeah.
Where are you now in that phase after a successful season?
Right there, right? We're right there. Couple guards away. Guard and recruit probably 3-point guards. We just need to get more people to going off the dribble. I mean, you see that we get stagnant on offense. We can't get in the paint, right? And so we got to go out there and get that. We got some people committed already. I'm on the road all the time. They'll tell you that. And so I don't want to put Saria in a situation where she got to be trying to fight to get downhill. That's not her game. So in order for me to make her better, I got to get guards that can get downhill, make space, and make plays for her. So that's my goal. We got a nice 6'3" post, athletic post already committed. We're going to return some people, but we're going to go out and probably get 6 or 7 people.
And, I mean, obviously you played LSU at home last year. You got a big home game.
Here you go. Yeah, you good?
How did that help recruiting, though? I mean, when you got just games like this last
year. Yeah, my background is recruiting, right? That's what I was known for before I became to the HBCU level. And so I just use my resources. I've been around, obviously, Virginia Tech, Old Dominion, Wake Forest, so I know everybody, right? And all the coaches like a circle. Actually, about the year that South Carolina didn't make the Final Four, I forget what year that was, when CJ was on there, we sat together in the stands. That was a long time ago, right? And so I know them, right? And so, Donna's a woman of her word, so, they'll be coming as Martin Luther King Jr. Day weekend. So it's going to be fun, man. I enjoy those moments, and we're going to show up, we're going to compete, we're going to play, and then, the following year we got somebody else coming. I can't share that with you, but we're gonna keep bringing people in, man, because of my relationships outside of just the HBCU realm and the respect that I have in the women's basketball world. So I appreciate everybody for that. But looking forward to it. We got to get some players though, so we can stay in the game for sure. Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Congrats first.
Thank you.
Also, in this game, Coach, folks are looking at one-on-one matchups, but obviously don't recognize team defense. How difficult is it against that team to get Layla isolated one-on-one so she can do her thing? Because obviously it's team defense. It's not one person.
Yeah. Well, they're not going. We can't with them. Like they're not going to let her play one-on-one. And I wouldn't either. The difference is we don't want to let them play one-on-one either. But they're moving that ball so fast and they are making the shots, right? They're good, man. They got literally five players on the court that can score, like Williams. Williams didn't shoot the ball that the past couple of years. She's a threat from outside now. 12, my girl, McCoy, she's making threes now. So they're spreading the floor. You double, go ahead and double. The pass is going. Now you're closing out, and they put you in rotation so much. So they're a really difficult matchup for anybody. you got to be able to keep them in front. In order to be able to play them, you got to be able to guard them with one person. When you got a double and you got a trap, that ball is moving. They do a great job of moving the ball and finding each other and playing well together. They're good, man. Like, they're good. But, again, it's proud of my team for the year we had. Obviously, after tonight is not what we wanted. But, you know, we played against a really great team, actually. A great team. And kudos to them. Shout out to Larry Vickers, man, and his team.
Layla, what can you take from your time here at Coppin? Obviously, you were earlier.
And don't start crying either, bro. For real.
Ain't nobody gonna cry. I'll just say it was fun. Of course, you're gonna have your ups and downs, but overall, it was fun. Like being around my teammates, being around my coaching. Like it was never. I mean, you're gonna have bad days, of course, but like, don't let your bad days outweigh the good days. It was more good days than bad days, and I feel like as a team, we got closer than last year. So that put like the chemistry that we had on to the court was much better.
Well, we got a couple surprises. You know, we trying to get that. You know, it's, you know what? We need to get in that area a little bit better for sure. But it's hard. Like people, like you got to convince those kids that's from the area to come to Baltimore, right? And it's a tough sell when they're right there. Like a lot of people want to get away from home. So, you know, like Clark, she's at Norfolk State, right? You know, and so, you know, but we're winning now. So we're somebody. Like we're Coppin State women's basketball. They know us. So hopefully it's easier to recruit. And it has been, to be honest with you.
No, for sure. I feel like Coach Woods has made me work like the hardest I have worked at basketball since I've been here, and just like giving me the confidence to play what I'm used to playing. Because I mean, like as we all know, I was not in the best setting last year. So I mean, I'm grateful to just be here and be winning the games that we win in, honestly. So yeah.
Proud of her too, man. Like I don't understand how far she came. She's a baby too. Like we forget she's a sophomore. I be on her so hard thinking she's an old head. She's a baby. She's a baby. I'm sorry, baby.
So you think this experience will help you for next year, of course?
Yes, for sure. Yes.
We got a meeting Monday. She got to make sure I'm bringing her back. Nah. So you know you good. No, you know you good.
Are there any remaining questions from the media?
Nah, thank you guys.
That'll conclude our press conference. Thank you.
Thank you all, man. Appreciate it again, man. Thank you for the coverage. Thank you.